in third place in the Central after Saturday's loss in St. Louis, 8 points behind division-leading Detroit.
Play of the day, brought to you by Lexus, pursuing perfection.
Our play of the day, UCLA hosting Texas on the court. Watch Longhorn Damon Jones on the tip dunk off the miss. Pretty stuff. Check it out again. DJ Augustine the miss, but he says what it really was a perfect alley-oop to James as Texas upset the #1 Bruins at Pauley Pavilion. Also in basketball, the DePaul women's team gave head coach Doug Bruno his 400th career victory Sunday with a 80-48 win over Missouri State. Bruno now with a career record of 402-30 through 22 seasons with the Lady Blue Demons. Bruno and his team host Loyola on Saturday. And that's going to do it for our show. Remember to join us later today at 5 for Bears Recap. Plus, Bulls Mavericks at 7:30. Pregame live at 7 with Mark Shanowski, Norm Van Leer, and Kendall Gill. For everyone here at Comcast Sportsnet, I'm Chris Bowden. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy your Monday.
Land Rover Sports Night is driven by Land Rover Illinois. Log on to LandRoverIllinois.com to locate your nearest Chicagoland retailer.
Land Rover. Reserve your test drive today.
Well, our music phones offer Napster to go with unlimited access to over 5 million songs. What's your sign into?
Putrid trash.
Like atonal garbage.
Screaming in the middle of the night. It never stops.
Yeah, constant torturing
It's a
din.
banging. It's like bang, bang, bang.
It's like being sucker punched.
Yeah, it's like a paper cut on your eardrum.
Yeah, kind of like a...
This holiday season, give the rocker. It's everything they need to get the music they love. U.S. Cellular is wireless, where you matter most.
Log on today to buy all of your Christmas gifts and get $1 shipping for everything, no matter how many items you buy. Stop on by, save, and live better with Overstock.com. It's all about the O.
You just watched McCarty Lake Night on Comcast Sportsnet.
Jimmy John's, America's #1 sandwich delivery. Fast Ed speaking. I'm on my way. Jimmy John's, America's #1 sandwich delivery. Freaky fast, freaky good.
Land Rover. Reserve your test drive today.
Well, the Big 12 Pac-10 Hardwood Series continues today on the desert here in Tucson, Arizona. We're at the McHale Center for a great Big 12 Pac-10 matchup as the 9th-ranked Texas A&M Aggies come calling on the hometown Arizona Wildcats. You want star power? We got star power on both sides of the floor. Chase Budinger scored the 5th most points of any freshman in Arizona history, and there have been a lot of great freshmen. He's averaging 18 points a game in this young season. Turn the coin over, talk about Texas A&M. Josh Carter, all he did last year was shoot 50% beyond the arc. #1 in the country, highest total ever in the Big 12 Conference. Josh Carter, though, a little bit more off this year. I get everybody, Barry Tompkins, my partner, Dan Belwamini. And Dan, I think this is a great matchup today, if for no other reason than the fact that what you have in Arizona is a good team who plays great at home, and you got what might be a great team, having already won the preseason NIT, getting its first real test on the road.
Well, you've got a powerhouse Texas A&M team. Here's the question: can they score around the goal enough, or will Arizona force enough turnovers to get it in the open court and get some easy scores?
I think it's going to be the bigs versus the smalls, and I think that in itself is an interesting matchup. Let's take a look at the opening lineups for these two teams, and we talk about the bigs, and of course, DeAndre Jordan, just a freshman, 7 feet tall. He is a presence. Jones, a force on the block. Carter, we already talked about, at 6'7", he gives you a matchup problem. Sloan in the backcourt along with Dominique Kirk, and Dominique Kirk, clearly the team leader for Texas A&M. Walters is going to get a start because he matches up well with Jordan at 6'11". Brielmeyer, former walk-on, with Chase Budinger, Juwan McClellan, and they keep waiting for Juwan to get that wake-up call, and a talented freshman by the name of Jared Bayless. This game presented in high definition, and we're set to go here at the McHale Center. Two very good basketball teams.
Yeah, two terrific teams. I mean, you look at Arizona, this is a team that's lost a couple of games, but very close. Should have had a pretty good chance to beat Virginia. Didn't do it. And you've got a team in Texas A&M, won the preseason NIT. They're coming in, Barry, at 7-0. And, of course, Arizona loses in overtime at Kansas. So, high-quality game. Two NCAA tournament teams should be exciting.
So we are set to go. Walters jumping center to Jordan, and Budinger controls it for the Arizona Wildcats. This is Jared Bayless. And we talk about the freshman class this year all over America. Jared Bayless amongst the elite. Budinger off a screen.
On cue. Pretty good motion away from the goal. And Arizona off to a quick start.
This is Josh Carter. You got to jump out at him. No question about that. He struggled a little bit more beyond the arc this year. Now Jordan on the block. Blymeyer, or rather Jones on the block. Blymeyer tried to body him up, and a rebound comes down into the hands of Blymeyer. Blymeyer, real blue-collar guy. Brielmeyer. This is McClellan outside. McClellan showed great promise as a freshman. Bayless is open. A little bit long. It's run down by Sloan. Both these teams will run on occasion, but not as a matter of course. They're going to travel. Well, Danny, let's talk about your do's and don'ts. Let's first talk about the Arizona Wildcats. Do take big advantage of your big advantage.
Well, they better take big advantage inside. They don't believe in the Big Bang Theory. That is, go to your big players around the goal. Some of the don'ts is for Arizona. Don't make it too easy, and please don't get roughed up, and don't get in a position where you're going to commit a lot of fouls, because Arizona can ill afford to get in foul trouble.
So McClellan will inbound for the Wildcats. Just underway, 2-0 ball game. Bayless outside. Brings Sloan out with him. Bayless puts it on the floor, thought about it, now back up top to Budinger. Budinger, with Kirk in his pocket, missed the shot. The rebound down into the hands of Josh Carter. Carter ahead quickly to Kirk. He's the quarterback of this team, as we said. Drop this one down on the block. And a fine play by Jones. Joseph Jones is a load down there.
Well, we talked about it at the top, Barry, and I think this is the advantage for Texas A&M. They're an inside-out team. They will attack around the rim at first. If they don't have it, they're going to pitch it back out. But every possession, they want to look to get it inside.
Bayless open for three.
This has been the story for the Wildcats. It's been Bayless and Budinger. I mean, both of those guys account for about 65 to 70% of the offense for the Cats. So they have to find scoring from some other guys besides those two. And they can ill afford to get either one in foul trouble.
No, absolutely. They've been the killer bees. Now they drop down, as you see, off of DeAndre Jordan. He's no threat to shooter, and again, a turnover. Mark Turgeon in his first year as the head coach, and he was a late hire, but this is a guy we know him, of course, from having been an assistant with Jerry Green up at Oregon many years ago. Very talented coach. He's won at every stop, did a great job at Wichita State.
Yeah, played point guard many years ago for Larry Brown at Kansas, and has all the pedigree. And I think Mark will do an outstanding job. He's already recruited well, and he said himself, you know, we've come fast, and maybe you know, I knew we'd be good, but I didn't think we'd be quite this good this early. And then, of course, you take a good look at interim coach Kevin O'Neill, and we know Kevin for many, many years when he was first an assistant here at Arizona, and of course a head coach at Marquette and Northwestern, and head coach in the NBA. So Kevin has the goods also, and as an interim coach, doing a good job here for the Wildcats.
Lute Olson, of course, has been on a leave of absence since an exhibition game back in November, on November 4th. Little jump hook there by Jordan. It won't go, and the rebound comes down to McHale. Talk a little bit more about the Lute Olson situation as we go on here. He has been at practice this week, but is watching on TV along with you right now. They lost the handle for a moment. Now Brillmeyer.
They got a little advantage here with Budinger. I mean, being guarded by a much smaller guy in Kirk. So see if Budinger tries to take him inside. Well, it's going to be Bayless.
Yeah, he got a man in the air, came up a little short. Jordan high for the rebound. This time they will push it. Sloan. Now Jordan, and they'll drop down off of Jordan. Here's Jones on the block. Kick out for Kirk. Kirk back to Jordan.
Smart by Brillmeyer to back off.
That's a tough shot by Sloan, but he gets it. Incidentally, you see Texas A&M in those black uniforms. This is only the second time that the Aggies have ever worn the black uniforms, and I know you remember the last time was against Grambling last year.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was successful. Bringing out the new unis might have a carry. It is a point of emphasis. You cannot palm the ball.
We're tied at 5, 15:56 left, first half.
Finally, a shopping experience you will love. The Nissan year-end sales event. The perfect time to shop for something fuel efficient, something very eye-catching, or something completely brand new. The Nissan Rogue. The savings are truly special, like a $179 a month lease on Sentra, or a $239 a month lease or 1.9% financing on Altima. And now through December 3rd, get $500 holiday bonus cash on most Nissans.
Want the best local sports highlights?
Got it, out in the foul. Scores! Picture perfect!
Need in-depth coverage of your team?
We want to continue to build, continue to bring it every night.
Pat Boyle and Mark Shanowski have you covered.
All of Chicago sports highlights, news, and interviews. Everything you need to know about Chicago sports.
Sports Night with Pat Boyle and Mark Shanowski. Every weeknight at 6:30 and 10. Only on Comcast Sportsnet. A Chicago sports fan's best friend. Hey Bears fans, how would you like to secure a spot at the Super Bowl in February? Presenting the Cadillac Super Bowl Sweepstakes. You and a lucky guest could win a trip to the Super Bowl in February, including air and hotel. To enter, log on to CadillacSuperBowlSweepstakes.com and fill out the entry form. It's that easy. Don't delay. Enter the Cadillac Super Bowl Sweepstakes today.
Tied at 5, just about 4 minutes into this ball game here at the McHale Center in Tucson, Arizona. We spoke earlier of Lute Olson. He has been at practice. These are shots from practice earlier this week. Assistant coach Josh Pastner alongside him. And what is going on with Lute Olson? Well, honestly, nobody knows. I mean, we've talked to many, many people. We've talked to confidants. We've talked to friends. We've talked to coaches. We've talked to many, many people. And if you ask 20 people, you're going to get 20 different answers of what the reason for Lute Olson's absence is. Kevin O'Neill sitting in as interim coach right now. We've known Lute for many, many years. He's been a confidant. He's been a friend. We want to see him back on the floor. The one thing that I can tell you, of course, is that most of what you hear, you can pretty much dismiss. We expect, like McCarthy, Lute Olson will be back. We hope so.
And I hope so very soon.
That's Horn, the freshman, missed everything. And here comes Sloan the other way. Jones drop it down for Jordan. That's where he's dangerous. Countered and one.
Yeah, the one thing about Jordan, if you allow him to get position right around the goal, he's got an array of shots. When he first arrived at Texas A&M, he was just a dunker, but he's worked on his game. That's a nice little left-handed move to the goal, and I'm sure Arizona will try to drop down on him, try to double him, force him to release the ball. Coming into this game, Barry, he's only shooting 85% from the field. He has taken 40 shots. He made 35.
And how do you like
think
this?
about it?
He
and made a free throw.
Just knocked down his 5th free throw of the year. Now that's 5 out of 25. So, he's not a great free throw shooter. He'll get a blow now as Mark Turgeon takes him out of the ballgame. But a 5 3-point play right there gives his team the lead.
Yeah, but remember, at one point this year, DeAndre Jordan made 17 consecutive field goals.
That's pretty good. And we get a foul on the baseline. A non-shooting foul. So the Cats will inbound.
It's going to be really important for Arizona to try to get to the foul line. This is a very good Arizona free throw shooting team. It's critical to get Texas A&M in some kind of foul jeopardy so the Cats can get to the line to get some easy scores. Conversely, Texas A&M, not a particularly good free throw shooting team. They're shooting 60%.
Buttinger for 3 comes up a little bit short. The rebound down into the hands of Josh Carter. Well, both teams kind of waiting for one another right now.
Good move by Horn to jump out and negate that little dribble drive.
This is Brian Davis. Davis turnaround in traffic. Lost the handle. Jones gets it back. Kick out this time. And the miss by Carter. Underneath for the follow is Carter again. And 1.
Carter did a terrific job that time. He missed the shot. He stayed with the play. He went after it. Just an excellent job. Got to screen him out. It's tough to fly by him. And Carter just missed a sensational finger roll and an opportunity for a 3-point play. Now, Carter is a good free throw shooter. So you look at the numbers on Josh Carter. You said it at the top of the show, Barry. Here's a young man, yes sir, no sir type of guy. And he is, last year, shot at 50% from 3-point range. Led the nation.
So A&M now on an 8-0 run. They lead at 10-5. Arizona having trouble finding the basket. Realmeyer leaves it this time for Bayless. Now McHale. Turned it over. And as we said, that is a point of emphasis. Second call that way, one against each team.
Now, so far, Texas A&M has been able to handle the pressure. In fact, one of the problems that Texas A&M may have, one of their do's and don'ts, one of their don'ts was don't get hot in the desert. That is, keep your composure. Don't let the crowd bother you. And so far, the crowd's quiet.
Yeah, the crowd's not been affected.
They've absolutely kept the crowd out of the game.
Well, on an 8-0 run, that'll do it. Arizona's missed its last 5 shots. Rolling in the ball game for the first time. Carter in traffic knocks it down. Tough shot.
Carter, tough shot, but what a beautiful rotation. Timeout, Kevin O'Neal and the Cats. I mean, Carter, well, you know what? They're undefeated. That's why they're undefeated.
Well, we watched them play a couple of times in the preseason NIT, and they played very, very well. Now, admittedly, this is their first real serious road game. They played on a neutral court, and this one will be tough. I want to welcome those of you just joining us. I'm Barry Tompkins alongside Dan Belwamity. 13-5 ball game here in the Big 12 Pac-10 Hardwood Series as it continues here in Tucson. Texas A&M ranked number 9 in the country, leading Arizona 13-5 right now. And they have been on an 11-0 run since the 16-15 mark. Let's take a look, Dan, at Arizona, or the Texas A&M's do's and don'ts. We mentioned this a little bit earlier. They got to take big advantage of their big advantage, meaning they're good size.
Yeah, the size. Jones, Davis, and Jordan, they got to take advantage. Believe in the Big Bang Theory. That is, muscle their way to the hoop. And don't get hot in the desert. Keep your composure and don't let the bees sting you. That is, Bayless and Budinger. You have to control those two players for the Cats. You would think if you can keep them to 30 points or less between them, you've got a great chance to defeat Arizona. But so far, it's been all Texas A&M. And how about for the Cats to do's? Hail McHale. It's about a 6-point, 7-point advantage. Let the crowd get in it. You better D up. Don't make it too easy. And no rough stuff, that is. You better not make too many poor fouls. You better find a way, if you're the Cats, get to the foul line and try to win this game from the charity stripe.
Arizona's been scoreless for 4 minutes now. Budinger and Bayless do have 5 points, but that's the only 5 points on the board for the Cats so far. This is Hill down on the block. Jones, very difficult to get around. He will body you up. Grillmeyer to Budinger posting up, fall away? No, they just can't find it right now. Jones with the rebound. There's Jones up top, drop it down for Davis, and Davis with the finish. And the run continues for Texas A&M. And right now, Arizona cannot stop the bleeding. Things just happening way too easy for Texas A&M.
Well-schooled Texas A&M team. I mean, that was beautifully executed high to low, and A&M 6 out of 9 from the field, and many of them have been inside.
Hill misses. Grillmeyer fights for the rebound. He can't get it. It'll be off him. Texas A&M ball, and DeAndre Jordan coming back.
Now, Barry, watch Byron Davis, and what they're going to do is they're going to get the ball here, and he's just going to post up. And look at this. Look at that post. I mean, you let him get the ball 2 feet from the goal. And let me tell you something, the Aggies got people who can finalize. So Arizona's got to do a better job of defending the interior.
They've brought Kirk Walters back, see what he can do about post defense. They have not had an answer so far for Jordan, Jones, or Davis. And a turnover here, travel on Kirk. Arizona's missed their last 7 shots. 4th turnover for Texas A&M. That's not unusual. I mean, they've been winning games despite the fact they've been having 18, 19, 20 turnovers.
In my recollection, Barry, is Budinger hit the first shot of the game for the Cats. Came off a screen, made the first one from then on. And here's the problem with Arizona. I mean, they're really causing difficulty in their offense by making unforced errors. They're moving screens, traveling with the ball. They're not getting any shot attempts.
Arizona just 2 of 10. They have more turnovers than they do field goals. That's not going to win you a lot of basketball games. This is Roland off the baseline. Comes up a little short. It winds up in the hands of Budinger. Budinger 1 on 4. Comes across the lane. A little running scoop shot. It won't go, but he'll go to the line. Budinger probably could have come out. Might have been a lottery pick this past year as we take another look at it.
Yeah, the one thing you really like about Chase Budinger is not only is he a very good perimeter player, but he's really worked on his game to put the ball on the ground, to take it to the rack, to force some fouls, and we know he's a pretty good free throw shooter when he gets there.
See what you did to him?
He hasn't missed many this year.
No, he decided to stay.
90%.
He decided to stay here at Arizona because he wanted to kind of bulk up a little bit, get a little bit stronger before moving up to the next level. But he's a guy that's going to be a player, and there's his mom and his dad. Mara Budinger, Duncan Budinger alongside. A lot of people talk about how do you pronounce his name? Is it Budinger or is it Budinger?
Hard G.
Hard G is right. When we introduced ourselves to his father, he said, "Hi, I'm Duncan Budinger."
And his mother said?
And his mother said, "Hi, I'm Mara Budinger."
So Barry said, "I don't get it."
Yeah. He's the player to be named later. Got a foul here on McClellan. They're going to call it on Kirk Walters, I beg your pardon. And that will put Ilanu to the free throw line. Another active big man for Mark Turgeon at 6'10". Still kind of learning the game.
Very talented. Ilanu's a guy that has played well of late, very active. As he said, he's just got to learn the game. Started playing basketball late. Actually was a soccer player growing up.
Good guy, plays soccer, isn't he?
And did play goalie.
Converts both free throws, and it is an 11-point Texas A&M lead, and it has been a long dry spell for the Cats.
Well, A&M has achieved one thing. They have not gotten hot in the desert. They have stayed cool. They've kept the crowd out of this game.
And here's Carter to Sloan for the opportunity.
I think Kevin O'Neal, another timeout. I mean, it has been a 17, you got this, 17-1 run by Texas A&M. Well, I thought coming into this game, A&M is a Final Four caliber team. I mean, wake up, people around the country. This is a terrific basketball team. Look at their transition in the open court. I mean, opportunity jumpers going down. They had numbers that time. And Mark Turgeon said, you know, we like to play in a half court, but we will take the break if it's there.
Well, I think what you said about Mark Turgeon earlier, he said this team actually has come along a lot further than my expectations. They won the preseason NIT. They had to go to the Garden. They played Syracuse. They played Washington.
And Ohio State. It beat Ohio State 70-47.
Exactly.
I mean, they didn't kind of squeak by that. Ohio State's a very good team.
So they have beaten some decent teams. As you said, this may be their first road test, but so far they are up to it. Budiger breaks a long dry spell. That's the first Arizona field goal in the last almost 7 minutes.
Yeah, and an excellent timeout that time by Kevin O'Neal. Something positive coming out of the time. Go to your best guy and see if Budiger can make a play.
They're slowing now back up top to Kirk. Kirk is a combo guard. He can play the one, he can play the two. Carter driving baseline. Pull up, yes.
I don't think Carter misses many shots either.
Sure hasn't.
I mean, Carter, a prolific outside guy, but if he could put it on the ground and blow by you, I mean, does that complement his game?
He's got 7 in the ball game now. Here's Hill down on the block. Now Brielmeyer, and he scores. That's a 2.
It's nice to see Brielmeyer make that shot. He had a similar one against Kansas in regulation that did not go down. It was a game winner late, but he looked very confident shooting the ball. He is a hard-working young man. Look at him inside on Milano, just trying to deny him the ball and push him a little bit further away from the low block. Well, Dominique Kirk just popped out and made some. I don't think Texas A&M plans on missing any shots.
Well, they sure haven't missed too many, have they? 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. And a 14-point lead. There's nothing fluke about it. This is Wise. Wise tries to spin in traffic. Great job by the Aggies again. And the possession arrow belongs to Texas A&M. That's just well-played basketball. As soon as Wise went on the floor, 2 Aggies were on it.
It's a great job by Brian Davis to step out and negate any move by Wise. Good job by the Aggies defensively.
And a 14-point lead. We're coming back.
I'm a student athlete at the University of Arizona. I run track and I'm an honors student. Running keeps me focused and disciplined. It reminds me that to excel requires hard work.
I'm a student athlete at the University of Arizona. I play football, and I'm gaining a lot more than yardage here, learning teamwork, commitment, and how to give back to my community. Things that will carry me way past the goal line.
The University of Arizona, Arizona's first university.
This holiday season, leave the perfect hint for your wish list. Dreams come true during the Lincoln Wish List event, featuring the Lincoln MKX, the fastest-selling luxury crossover, and the season's hottest new must-have, exclusive sync from Microsoft. Open one up for yourself at this great holiday rate. Find the ultimate holiday gift during the Lincoln Wish List event.
K&G wants you to look your best this holiday season. So right now, you'll find select men's suits, 2 for just $150, and select designer label suits, 2 for just $300. Celebrate in style with K&G. K&G Fashion Superstore. For men, for women, for less.
Tonight, Kurt Heinrich leads the way for the Bulls as they take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks in high definition. Coverage starts with Bulls Pregame Live, presented by the AT&T Real Yellow Pages. Bulls Mavericks tonight at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Welcome back. 10:03 remaining here in a half. And Texas A&M putting a hurt on the Arizona Wildcats. They lead it by 14. So where is Norman G, Texas? Let's zoom on in. Well, you see Dallas, you saw Houston, and that little spot right there, that is Norman G. All 724 people who live there, and their proudest son Joseph Jones. And there's Joseph right there. Oh, by the way, the population of Norman G is 724. It was founded in 1906 by the Houston and Texas Central Railroad Company. They said there had to be a town every 8 miles. And what are we going to call this one? Well, it was named after a county judge by the name of Norman G. Cottrell. Why Norman G? There was already a Norman, Oklahoma. So this one
was
became
Norman G.
I don't know if there was a Cottrell, and if not, why not? This is Wise outside. Now Hill down on the block. What's he going to do with it? Gives it up for Weiss. And Wise leaves it this time. Good job to jump out by Jones.
Well, they really negate anything around the goal for Arizona. I mean, Texas A&M doesn't give you much inside at all.
That's a tough shot by McClellan. He can't get it to fall. Great defensive job again by the Aggies. And Kirk will take care of things. Kirk working on Hill. Knew he had a mismatch. Gave it up that time to the basket to Jordan, and he'll go to the foul line as well. Or rather, Ilanu, not Jordan, Ilanu. And he will go to the free throw line.
One thing you notice quickly about the Aggies, they have a surplus of very good big players. Ilanu there, nice job to come from the weak side to the ball, to receive, to finish. Well executed by Texas A&M.
8 points in the paint. Nathan Walkup will now come into the Aggies lineup, and Carter will leave. He leaves with 7 points. Arizona being outboarded badly, giving up points on the block, and so far the entire story of this game is Texas A&M. Ilanu converts the three-point play and gives his team a 17-point lead.
Well, you think about the great teams, Barry, throughout the years. The one common thread is they don't give you much around the goal. They force you to beat them with perimeter shots.
Now Ilanu leaves, and Davis will come back into the lineup. Here's Wise, almost stolen by Walkup, and Wise retains it. Now McClellan. They don't let you drive the basket either, do they?
Yeah, Rowland trying to stay with Bayless. That time got picked off, but doing a pretty good job on Bayless, trying to deny him the ball. Tough shot by Wise.
Sure
good move to the goal. And all the weight that Nick Wise lost, and it was substantial, about 30 pounds. Obviously, you see the result with the quickness, his acceleration, and it's really ascended his game to new heights.
This is Rowland with the ball now. Walk up. Kirk. And that's Davis. Nice lead by Davis to Jones to the basket. Well, they don't get off the gas. I mean, this is a solid basketball team. And I can't say I'm surprised. I watched them play a couple of games earlier, and they were equally good in both of those. But to do it on the road here before a pretty hostile crowd. Wise tried to get inside, just absolutely could not do it. And it's going to be out of bounds to Arizona. We'll jump away as well. 7 minutes, 32 seconds remaining to be played here in the first half, and it has been all A&M. Look at that leave and the finish by Jones.
It only happens once a year. The Chevy Red Tag event. The time to see some red and save some green. Now get 0% financing for 60 months for well-qualified buyers on every 07 Chevy pickup, while supplies last. 0% financing on pickups like Silverado Crew Cab, which comes with the safety and security of OnStar standard for 1 year. Click on ChevyDriveChicago.com. Then see your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer.
Every morning, catch up on everything happening in Chicago sports with McDonald's Sports Rise, only on Comcast Sportsnet. It's the perfect way to start your sports day. McDonald's Sports Rise, every morning only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Today, catch the Bears recap on Comcast Sportsnet. Hear what Lovie Smith has to say about the previous game and get a preview of the upcoming weekend's matchup. Don't miss Bears recap, today at 5, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
There is a place where discoveries are made every day and leaders are born every minute. Where yesterday's news is the foundation for tomorrow's headlines. And integrity is part of everyone's major. It's a place that will take you as far as you can imagine. And sometimes, farther. Welcome to Aggie Land.
29-12, Texas A&M over Arizona. It has been all Aggies, and it's been play like this that's been the difference.
It has. And watch Joseph Jones, number 30, kind of bumping and screening and moving, and Davis, who just gives him the ball. And Jones, playing without it, does a great job to finish. And Davis heads up, penetrates the defense, and gives it up. Very unselfish Texas A&M team with a surplus of bigs that can really finalize around the goal. So it's been impressive.
I mean, Jones, Jordan, Ilanu, Davis. Right now, Jones and Jordan are both on the bench. Ilanu and Davis in the ball game. And they have absolutely stymied Arizona. This is Budinger behind the screen. Had a pretty good look, but couldn't get it to go. Realmeyer kept it alive, but it comes down to the hands of Rowland. Davis up top. This is Sloan. What a screen by Davis. Out of the block, it goes to Ilano, drops it, picks it up, kicks it out. Their offense always goes through the post.
It really does. And if you watch A&M, they love to put touches on the ball, and they're always looking inside first. Now the shot clock's winding down. You're going to have to try to make a play.
Walk up from the corner. Wow. Sure.
Wow. Walk up. Well, you know, he's not very warm. He just came in the game, but he was in motion and went ahead and drilled it.
4 of 6 as a team now for the Aggies from beyond the arc. Here's Hill, got a look, faced up, missed it too hard. Rebound to Davis, and a foul from behind. Well, they may get Davis on the foul.
Yeah, I think Davis may have pushed Realmeyer, and they're going to get Davis with the foul. How about the other end? And you're going to see Walkup, and Walkup knew the shot clock was winding down, but he got himself squared in perfect position. And Budinger a little bit late getting to him.
So Dominic Kirk going to come back into the Aggies lineup now. Rowland will sit. Arizona just 5 of 17, making 6 of 18. Bayless with the basket.
Well, it's 32-14. You're down 18. The mindset for Arizona, if there's some kind of way you can get this to single digits at halftime, I mean, that would be a terrific lift for the Cats. It doesn't look like it's going to be easy the way Texas A&M is playing.
No, it doesn't. This is Ilanu down on the block. Work done by Hill. And it goes back up top.
You cannot remember too many times that Arizona's put a stop on A&M. I mean, they scored almost every time down the floor.
And Davis had he had a very good look, though. Very makeable shot. Realmeyer with the rebound. Ahead to Wise.
Yeah, and Hill was down the floor a little bit late trying to find Jordan Hill, tried to hustle down, get an easy basket.
There's Wise into the paint, tried to dish to Budinger. Could do it on the floor, fighting for it, walk up and Wise, and it'll be the Cats' ball this time. Now back into the Texas A&M lineup comes DeAndre Jordan, brings Jones with him, and Josh Carter. They don't drop off a lot, do they?
I gotta tell you, A&M, along maybe with Stanford, and we saw California are the great airport teams in the country. Well, maybe Connecticut, you got to put them in there too. They got some big guys. But I tell you, A&M going through the airport, you know that this is a basketball team.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah. It's not the lacrosse team.
No, it's not the lacrosse team going in.
Tolleson school history, well, there you go.
You know, it's one thing to have bigs. It's another thing to have bigs that are really good. That can play.
They seem to have about 5 of them.
Yeah, they sure do. Now Bayless started him low, tried to screen for him.
That was not an easy shot as it came off the screen.
Yeah, that was a set play. And what they like to do is run Bayless low and set some screens, bring them low to high.
Well, Bayless has 8 points for the first time. The crowd getting involved. Carter threw that one up a little prematurely, but Kirk steps in. That's Sloan. He can't get it to go. Jones keeps it alive and puts it back.
Well, this typifies the whole half. You don't see any second efforts for Arizona, but Texas A&M getting multiple shots at the offensive end. A moving screen. I mean, you look at the second chance opportunities, and A&M just keeping the ball alive and doing a great job right around the goal. And the same guy, that's that guy from Norman G, Texas, right there, Joseph Jones, doing a beautiful job to score the ball. Look at a rebound.
There was a United States ambassador from Norman G, but other than that fellow, and I don't know what he was the ambassador. It might have been the ambassador of Amarillo for all I know. Joseph Jones.
I don't think he was the ambassador of Amarillo.
Have you been to Amarillo?
No, but he's not the ambassador of Amarillo.
But suffice to say, Jones, a very popular figure. Going to get a grab foul, and they're going to go the other way, offensive.
Well, let's see if we're going to shoot it now.
It is the 17th foul.
Okay, they said it was a player control, so we're not going to shoot it. And Arizona, crowd's trying to give them a little light, saying, hey, guys, let's try to pick this up a bit.
Bayless got a man in the air. That's a great effort by the freshman Bayless.
He is savvy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Clearly a guy that really that knows how to play. I mean, you look at Jared. This is what you call a pump fake. You pump, you get the man in the air, and obviously defensively you try to keep your feet. You certainly don't want to jump while the defender is shooting the ball, but Bayless acted it out well.
Bayless and Budinger, as you see, 13 of the 17 points the Cats have scored. They get 14. Walters, incidentally, on that moving screen a while ago, picked up his third foul, so he's going to have to sit. And there he is. Walters had a tough year last year. He had mononucleosis, did not play, and still not getting a lot of minutes as he tries to regain his strength.
Kirk is not 100%. I mean, we saw Kirk Walters when he was very effective and active and a guy that was a powerhouse inside. And well, let's hope he gets back to his old form. It's going to take time.
On the end line. So another turnover. Mark Turgeon up off the bench. Kevin O'Neill liking what he sees for maybe the first time today. Each team with 6 turnovers thus far.
There's Bayless again. See Bayless underneath the basket. They're going to run some screens and try to find him.
This time he drops it down nicely.
Wow.
And Hill with the finish. Great look.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Well, Jared Bayless is living up to the press clippings right now.
Well, and I think Kevin O'Neill and the Cats have made an adjustment. They put Bayless deep, and they're running him off screens. And he's trying to find one screen. He's trying to find 2 screens. And then they try to get him open.
A 9-2 run for Arizona.
Okay, Bayless is going to go down. They're going to screen for him, and he's going to come all the way out. This time he's going to pass it. Here he comes. He comes around the screen. Stop it right here. Look at this. And he just drops it right down. There's the beautiful screen and roll. And Bayless has that recognition, the peripheral vision to find players right around the goal. And I mean, this takes talent, ability, hard work, and dedication to make that kind of a play. But, you know, let's give Kevin O'Neill and the Cats a little props here. They've made that quick adjustment. They found Bayless in a bit of a mismatch situation, and he's delivered.
Well, we talk about Kirk being a combo guard. You can make the same statement about Jared Bayless. Probably will be a point guard at the next level. He can really very comfortably play either position here.
I think if you had your druthers in college, you'd rather play him at the 2. I mean, he could play the point, but you'd love to maybe run him off screens and get him free. Well, here you go. Timeout, go inside.
Davis, jump hook, a little flat that time and off the hands of Jones. We'll take a timeout with 3 minutes, 40 seconds left, and all of a sudden, Zona making a little bit of a run. They trail by 3, 13.
Your shoulder or what? Oh, yeah! Dude, that shot hurt.
Hey, Langer, when we get home, we're gonna be on TV.
That's great. My house is a mess, though. Whoa, Steve, I was watching that.
Been watching that long enough.
Come on, we always get to watch.
You guys can't figure out what to watch over here. You can always watch my goal against Colorado.
I'll give it up.
That right.
Save up to 80%. The Jewelry Exchange imports diamonds direct. We have thousands guaranteed the lowest price. 1 carat top white studs are $6.99. 1 carat solitaires are $5.99, $9.90, and $15.90. 2 carat solitaires and 2 carat studs are $19.90 and certified ISI quality $2,900.
The lowest prices anywhere.
We have large sizes and GIA excellent makes. Plus, we set while you watch.
I was in and out the door in minutes.
By Factory Direct, the Jewelry Exchange in Villa Park.
Today we're here to see who can do the fastest online auto insurance quote, the General or one of those other guys. Gentlemen, log on. And the winner is the General. Just look at that low down payment. If you want a super speedy auto insurance quote without entering your personal information, log on to thegeneral.com right now.
All you do is point and click. For the best car insurance rates in town, call 877-GENERAL now.
A&M leads it by 13, 34-21. A little mini run, though, by Arizona over the last couple of minutes. 3:40 left here in the first half. Our basketball action here on FSN continues after we get on the Dodge. What a ball game down at Pauley Pavilion in Westwood. It'll be number 8 Texas against number 2 UCLA. That's coming up right after our game. Our college hoops quadruple header continues. DJ Augustine, great guard for Texas. And, of course, Kevin Love. I mean, I've run out of superlatives talking about him.
Yeah, Kevin Love's just had a sensational start. And Augustine and Abrams, you know, arguably the best 2 guard combinations in the country. And, of course, Darren Collison playing again for UCLA. So that should be a great one coming up. Texas at UCLA.
7th turnover for Arizona. Already in the Big 12 Pac-10 Hardwood Series today, Stanford went back to Boulder and defeated Colorado 67-43. Arizona State went back to Lincoln to do battle with Nebraska and got their hat handed to them. Lost 62-47. And then outside of the Hardwood Series, Kansas defeats USC by 4. That's Jones. That's long range for Jones. Jones with 8 points in the ball game, and he's been a factor much more than in just points scored. Here's Bayless again. Bayless worked on by Sloan. Sloan, a good defender.
Look at Buttinger. Buttinger now trying to run. He's being guarded by Rowland. He's got a size advantage. If they can try to post Buttinger, he's got 3 or 4 inches. But Bayless is like unbelievable. I mean, talk about a guy that can create his own shot.
Does he get up?
Yeah, he's got like the killer crossover, and then he just freezes you and jumps right over for the score.
He's got 12 of Arizona's 23. And they do not have an answer right now for Jared Bayless. There's Jones. Grillmeyer trying to do what he can with him. Now back outside to Kurt. Back down low to Jones. This time Jones puts it on the floor. That's too easy, although he missed the shot. And there for the follow once again is Davis.
It's amazing that Davis doesn't start.
Yeah.
I mean, Davis is just a hard-working young man. Great tip that time. Texas A&M, they keep it alive on the glass, and then somebody finally finishes it. Now, there's a block inside. Good follow by Grillmeyer. Excellent move. And Jones may have come out limping. Look at Joseph Jones that time just may have landed incorrectly there on his ankle. And here's a good move by Hill, and the block shot just doesn't go. Grillmeyer, right place, the right time, and Joseph Jones may have tweaked an ankle.
He is over at the Texas A&M bench and limping perceptibly. It's the right ankle, as you can see. Grillmeyer, meanwhile, will try to convert an old-fashioned three-point play, and does. And it's a 12-point ball game, as close as Zona has been. Here's what happened. You can see he stepped on Hill's foot, or Hill stepped on his. Just one of those unfortunate incidents. Still got his shoe on. He appears to be okay. Davis outside. Back to Sloan. Sloan swings it around for Rowland. Comes behind an Alano screen. Got a switch now. They had Alano for a moment.
Now the problem is you got to jump out on the perimeter guys of Texas A&M because they can all shoot it.
In the lane, Sloan couldn't get the roll. And we're going to get Hill. A foul rather on Davis down low.
I have a hunch this game is played above the rim. What do you think? I mean, when the ball goes up, you see all kinds of action.
Coming up on the FSN final score at halftime, more action from the Big 12 Pac-10 Hardwood Series. We told you about a couple of those games. A very nice tribute today played for Sean Taylor, who was shot and killed by intruders in his home. The Washington Redskins doing him honor today. Talk about that and a lot more. Bayless again.
You know what that was, Barry? That's the old-fashioned loner pass. You know, when you pass the ball, but nobody can get it but you. So you go back and you gather it and then fade away from the corner, and you never dribble it again. Pretty good play by Bayless.
All of a sudden, it's a 10-point game. You said the Cats' mission would be to get it down to single digits. They've got an opportunity to do that. About 19 seconds difference between game clock and shot clock. Davis into the lane. And let's see which way they call this. They are going to call this, I believe, against Arizona. I think it's going to be Hill.
Now here's Jared Bayless, and he loses the handle here, and he kind of passes it. See if he passes this one to himself. Right, there it is. Well, nobody can get it but me, so I'm just going to kind of put it out there. And just makes a sensational play to convert at the other end. Kevin O'Neill and the Arizona bench wanted to travel. And it looked like Brian Davis, he may have taken an extra half step, but the official didn't see it that way.
Davis with his 5th point. He's got a rebound, 3 assists, and a blocked shot. That's just about the numbers for every one of the
every one of their guys seems to have that kind of line. Oh, nice job by Davis to convert.
He's got a very nice stroke.
All right, see if Arizona now plays for the last. Looks like they're going to play for the last shot of the half. And I think mentally, if you can get a score here, I mean, don't forget they were down as much as 18 in the first half. If you can cut it to 9 or 10. You're going to get a big lift going into half. Clear out one-on-one for Big. That was really a tough shot. That was deflected.
And now they got an opportunity. 1 second, they throw it up. It comes up short. Great first half nonetheless for the Texas Aggies. They came here with intent on proving themselves as more than just a good home team and a team that can play on a neutral court. And they walk away at halftime leading by 12, 40-28. So that's our halftime score, 40-28. Texas A&M over Arizona. Coming up on our halftime report. All the scores and highlights from LA on the FSN Final Score.
Tonight, Kurt Heinrich leads the way for the Bulls as they take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks in high definition. Coverage starts with Bulls Pregame Live, presented by the AT&T Real Yellow Pages. Bulls Mavericks tonight at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Every morning, catch up on everything happening in Chicago sports with McDonald's Sports Rise, only on Comcast Sportsnet. It's the perfect way to start your sports day. McDonald's Sports Rise, every morning only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
It's Ford's year-end celebration, our biggest event with the best offers of the year on the hottest-selling crossover, Edge, the new restyled Focus, and Fusion, all available with Sync, powered by Microsoft.
Call Jeff.
It's in-car technology that lets you voice-activate your Bluetooth-enabled phone, MP3 player, and much more. Lease an 08 Focus for just $179 a month for 36 months, only during Ford's year-end celebration. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Basketball on Comcast Sportsnet. Every home game on that nice HD. The best pre and post game coverage.
Great Bulls coverage on Sports Night.
Bulls basketball on Comcast Sportsnet.
Comcast Sportsnet, fan best friend.
Game on. The home series is in full swing, and only Comcast Sportsnet brings you all the action on the ice in crystal clear high definition. Sunday, tune into Comcast Sportsnet for a special home game telecast as Patrick Kane, Jonathan Titt, and the Blackhawks take on the Calgary Flames at the United Center. It all starts Sunday night at 5:30 with Chevy Blackhawks pregame live with Steve Conroy and Jim Blaney, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Sports Night, every night, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Welcome to the Pac-10 halftime show. In this final score update, Texas A&M is leading Arizona by 12. I'm Greg Wolf, and it has been a busy day with 5 games in the Pac-10 Big 12 Hardwood Series. Highlighted earlier with number 4 Kansas paying a visit to O.J. Mayo and number 22 USC. This from the Galen Center. Late second half, the Trojans down by 6. But Davon Jefferson, baseline, lays it in, 2 of his 17. Trojans down just 4, but moments later, Mario Chalmers, deep 3, good. He had 20 points, and Kansas wins 59-55. Also, Arizona State in Lincoln taking on Nebraska. First quarter, Nebraska trailing. Steve Harley, the steal, and he would find Ryan Anderson for 3. ASU, they had 13 turnovers in the first half, and Nebraska went to the locker room up by 9. Second quarter off the missed 3. Alex Marich, he had 14 points, 8 boards, and Nebraska wins by 15. When we come back on the Pac-10 halftime show, we'll head to the NFL where the Redskins paid tribute to their fallen star.
You know, gas prices will go up, and healthcare prices will go up, and college tuition prices don't have to. College Illinois, the smart, secure, inflation-beating way to pay for college. Visit collegeillinois.com.
Save up to 80%. The Jewelry Exchange imports diamonds direct. We have thousands guaranteed the lowest price. 1-carat top white studs are $6.99. 1-carat solitaires are $5.99, $9.90, and $15.90. 2-carat solitaires and 2-carat studs are $19.90, and certified ISI quality $2,900.
The lowest prices anywhere.
We have large sizes and GIA excellent makes. Plus, we set while you watch.
I was in and out the door in minutes.
By Factory Direct, the Jewelry Exchange in Villa Park.
AMCO Transmissions wants you to know. After 12 months, your transmission fluid can turn old and dirty. Problem is, many shops only replace 4 quarts. That's why there's AMCO's Power Purge. It replaces all 12, and that's better for your transmission. The Power Purge, only $79.95 at AMCO.
Blu-ray, the perfect match for your high-def TV. Ultimate high-def picture. Ultimate high-def sound. You'll say, I do blue.
What happens when you mix tools with water? You then add a few experts each week from the marine industry. You pour this concoction over top a bunch of different pleasure boats, and then John Gerviscus, our resident boat improvement expert, jumps in. That's right. You get America's favorite boat improvement show, ShipShape TV.
ShipShape TV can be seen right here on Comcast Sportsnet Chicago, Saturday mornings at 9:30.
So, what happens to your College Illinois prepaid tuition plan if the stock market drops? Nothing. Find out more at collegeillinois.com, the smart, secure, virtually indestructible way to pay for college.
Please join us in a moment of silence as we honor his memory.
Sean Taylor honored before the game in Buffalo. The team will attend his funeral on Monday. In his further tribute, the Redskins with just 10 players on their opening defensive play, leaving that safety position vacant. On the play, Fred Jackson picked up 22 yards, did not cost the Redskins. The Bills did not score on the drive. Final seconds of the game, though, Ryan Lindell, 36-yarder to win it, and he connects. Bills win 17-16 over the Redskins. After the game, stay with FSN for number 2 UCLA and number 8 Texas. And following that, the final score presented by DirecTV with highlights from the day in the NFL as well as a busy Sunday on the hardwood. Texas A&M leads Arizona by 12. We'll head back to Tucson with Barry Tompkins and Dan Belwamini for second half action right after this break.
10 elite universities stretching across 4 western states, steeped in the values of academic excellence, driven by the mission of being the nation's premier athletic conference, the destination for student athletes competing at the highest level. The Pac-10, the Conference of Champions.
Call 877 General now.
Hi, I gotta talk to the General right away.
The General speaking.
Yeah, I need to get auto insurance now.
No problem. We can give you a quote right now over the phone.
and a low down payment.
That's great.
You can also go online and get an instant ID card.
Who are you talking to?
The General.
For the best car insurance rates in town, call 877-GENERAL now.
Every night, there's just one place to be. The best damn sports show, period. Come on in and be our guest for Sports Television's nightly party. The world's greatest late-night sports show is just getting started. The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights on Comcast Sportsnet.
Bulls basketball on Comcast Sportsnet. Every home game on that nice HD. The best pre and post game coverage.
Complete Bulls coverage on Sports Night.
Bulls basketball on Comcast Sportsnet.
Comcast Sportsnet, fan best friend.
We welcome you back. It's halftime here in Tucson, Arizona. Texas A&M having their way with the Arizona Wildcats, 40-28. Hi again, everybody. Barry Tompkins, Dan Belwamini alongside. And Dan, we posed the question at the beginning of this program: how will Texas A&M play in its first real road test? The answer is pretty darn well.
Yeah, pretty good. We thought that Texas A&M would get the ball inside, and guess what? Points in the paint have been the story. I mean, you get it right around the goal. Joseph Jones has really delivered more than once. Here's DeAndre Jordan he only played 7 minutes, but he was very effective. Jones, again, is a powerhouse taking it to the basket, and just an array of big players for A&M. And how about Jared Bayless, Barry? I thought he was the one that tried to bring the Cats back. He made some threes. Here he kind of lost the handle, got it himself. I mean, that's a tough shot. And Bayless was a guy that got hot. Now, Budinger didn't, but Bayless had a big first half.
And Bayless has half of Arizona's points, but they are being dominated down on the block. They're being out-rebounded by 6 are the Cats. Points in the paint, you can see a 6-point difference. Chase Budinger, and you talked about him a little bit, he had the first 5 Arizona points. That was in the first 2 minutes. He did not have another point. After that, it's a 12-point ball game as we prepare to start the second half. The Aggies 40, the Cats 28.
Welcome to the new shape of fast. Introducing the new Pontiac G6 GXP Street Edition. Pontiac, designed for action.
Finally, a shopping experience you will love. The Nissan year-end sales event. The perfect time to shop for an adventure for 7, or for the perfect combination of comfort and power, or something completely brand new. The Nissan Rogue. The savings are truly special, like a $249 a month lease on Pathfinder, or lease the Murano for only $249 a month. And now through December 3rd, get $500 holiday bonus cash on most Nissans. See your Nissan dealer now.
Every morning, catch up on everything happening in Chicago sports with McDonald's Sports Rise, only on Comcast Sportsnet. It's the perfect way to start your sports day. McDonald's Sports Rise, every morning only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Blu-ray, the perfect match for your high-def TV. Ultimate high-def picture. Ultimate high-def sound. You'll say, I do blue.
Chicago Tribune Live, presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Weeknights at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
I see, there's the comic side of Lute Olson. I didn't think he was going to be here today, but...
He's in disguise.
Old nutty Lute. Not really. It's not him, honestly. 40-28 ball game here. Coming up after we get out of Dodge. What a matchup. 2 of the nation's elite. Texas, number 8. UCLA, number 2, as the Big 12 Pac-10 Hardwood Series continues. That'll be down at Pauley Pavilion in Westwood. How about this guy? Kevin Love. What a freshman.
Yeah, what a guy, what a passer. You see Ship there, the recipient, and Love is a guy that can dominate the game and not score a lot. But he can do it around the goal.
Should be a great game. After we get out of here, DJ Augustine, another one of the elite guards in America, and a continuing chain, it seems, of elite guards at Texas. Kevin Love, the freshman, who's just done it all. 18 points, 10 rebounds, and probably the thing he does better than anything else is that outlet pass that you talked about.
Well, he does so many things well. And of course, Augustine and Abrams, a tremendous guard combination with the Longhorns, who a couple of years ago lost LaMarcus Eldridge, and last year lost Kevin Durant, the National Player of the Year. Yet this year, they're still undefeated. So this is an excellent Texas team.
Good look there, as you saw in the sunglasses. A good look at the numbers now in the Hardwood Series. The Pac-10 just with a very slight edge, 5 wins to 4 over the Big 12. And the way Texas A&M is playing in this game, we can be all even in the next hour or so. We talk about Texas and UCLA being an elite team. I'll tell you what, you've got to look at this Texas A&M team and say they could be in that company.
They could be in that company, and we know Kansas is definitely in that company, getting a couple of terrific wins, beat USC today, and of course defeated Arizona in overtime.
It's going to be out of bounds to the Aggies. Jordan will start the second half for Mark Turgeon.
Well, you know Arizona would love to set the tempo with a couple of stops here.
That was Sloan. Had good penetration, just couldn't finish the shot. Here comes Bayless the other way. For the Cats, all the way to the 10, rejected, but fouled before that.
Kevin O'Neal wanted a goaltend, but I don't think so.
No.
I mean, the problem is every time you take it in, I mean, there's somebody there to block the shot. I mean, yeah, they've got a. I thought it looked like it was Brian Davis who came from the weak side and actually deflected the ball off the glass.
So Bayless will go to the free throw line.
He's quite a nice young man too. We had a chance to talk with him, and he's was the Arizona High School Player of the Year for 2 consecutive years, and very highly recruited player. But the guy is down to earth. He's very calm, a very smart young man, and somebody that works on his game all the time. And he was very pleasant at practice today.
Knocks them both down. Makes it a 10-point ball game. You have the feeling that Arizona still has a run left in it. Kirk drops this one down for Jordan. Jordan working on the outside hill. It just goes right around him. Couldn't finish it. Gets it back. Loses the handle. And coming out of there with the ball was McHale. Chase Budinger all the way to the basket. Wraparound pass for Hill and foul on Budinger.
One thing about Texas A&M, they're well schooled. You notice every time somebody takes it to the goal, watch Budinger look at the help. And I think a good call. I mean, you have to be under control going to the basket. You cannot just go in there and not think that someone's going to step in your way.
This is Kirk. Kirk's been very quiet today. Carter off a screen, a little short, but there for the rebound once again was Davis, and Davis has it swatted away. The Aggies will maintain possession.
Now, we talked about the dues for Arizona, and turning up the D was one of them. It didn't happen much in the first half, but the Cats are playing much better defense in the second half. Here's the good block by Hill from the weak side, and out of bounds it will go to Texas A&M.
Slow inbound for the Aggies. They get it into Kirk. Kirk lost the handle, knocked out of bounds again, off the Cats.
Yeah, good call. That's another good call. It was definitely off of Arizona, so out of bounds will go to Texas A&M again.
Well, the officials, we have the New York Yankees.
Oh, yeah, we do have. We have the Yankees and the officials today.
Got Dave Levy, got Vern Harris, got Billy Kennedy. They're all Final Four officials. And time runs out. Sloan just lost track of the time. Mark Turgeon was up and down the sideline trying to tell him. Each team now with 8 turnovers, not an inordinate number.
Crowd is trying to get in this game. And I think if the Cats get a positive possession this time down, they're still standing up. And of course, the tradition here is everybody will stand until Texas A&M gets a goal.
And Bayless knocks one down off the baseline. And it's an 8-point game.
And the crowd's still standing. They sat quickly in the first half.
Yes, they did.
As Texas A&M came out, just drilled them with 3 or 4 consecutive timeout. A&M, and here comes Arizona.
They trail by 8, 40-32. We're coming back.
It's the season to shop, and the Red Tags are coming back for the Buick Pontiac GMC Red Tag event. And right now, they're bringing the best values of the season. Look for the Red Tag and get 0% financing for 60 months on remaining 2007 Pontiac, Buick, and GMC models. That's 0% financing for 5 full years on all 2007 cars, light-duty trucks, and SUVs while supplies last. The Red Tag event. See some red, save some green.
Well, our music phones offer Napster to go with unlimited access to over 5 million songs. What's your sign-in to?
Putrid trash.
Like atonal garbage?
Mm-hmm. Screaming in the middle of the night. It never stops.
Yeah, constant torturing din.
It's a banging. It's like bang, bang.
It's like being sucker punched.
Yeah, it's like a paper cut on your eardrum.
Yeah, kind of like a...
This holiday season, give the rocker. It's everything they need to get the music they love. U.S. Cellular is wireless, where you matter most.
Tonight, Kurt Heinrich leads the way for the Bulls as they take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks in high definition. Coverage starts with Bulls Pregame Live, presented by the AT&T Real Yellow Face. Bulls Mavericks tonight at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Save up to 80%. The Jewelry Exchange imports diamonds direct. We have thousands guaranteed the lowest price. 1-carat top white studs are $6.99. 1-carat solitaires are $5.99, $9.90, and $15.90. 2-carat solitaires and 2-carat studs are $19.90, and certified ISI quality $2,900.
The lowest prices anywhere.
We have large sizes and GIA excellent makes. Plus, we set while you watch.
I was in and out the door in minutes.
By Factory Direct, the Jewelry Exchange in Villa Park.
Good to see the Shriners in town. It's 40-32, an 8-point ball game. 18:09 remaining. Bayless, 15 of the last 20 Arizona points.
Yeah, watch Bayless here, Barry, how he walks his man down, the 2-man game. Look at him walk the guy, walks him down, and then a great screen by Hill, and Bayless, that's all he needs is a little bit of room, and he delivers coming off that pick, and a nice job, 2-man game by Arizona. The Cats are down 8, as close as they've been in a while.
They're chipping away. They've been on a 20-8 run since the 6:20 mark of the first half. And now the crowd involved. Davis a little out of control and a travel. Jones, incidentally, is back in the ballgame, but he still seems to be favoring that foot a little bit.
The tough guy, Jones, who tweaked his ankle at the end of the first half. Thought it might be serious and was limping, but now back in the game.
Aggies have not had a field goal, Dan, for the last 5 minutes, going back to the 2:03 mark of the first half.
And, of course, the crowd will not sit down until Texas A&M gets a score, a field goal.
There's Hill, high on the elbow. Now Bayless. Bayless got a look.
That's a tough one.
In and out. Wouldn't quite go. Hill fights for the rebound, but it's going to be off of Hill and out of bounds to Texas A&M. That's the right call, I believe. Good job that time, I thought, by Dave Libby. He was unsighted, and he deferred the call to Billy Kennedy, who made the call. This is Kirk, a little bit short. Hill with the rebound.
No, much more active Jordan Hill in the second half. I mean, he's going to war inside, and maybe he'll get some tough rebounds in traffic. Now, if you're Arizona, this would be a good time for Chase Budinger to come alive.
I was just going to say.
It'd be a good time to get a touch for Chase and see if he can deliver. Or Hill, how about it?
That was an easy one.
Well, it's a different game if you get some scores around the goal. Didn't happen in the first half for Arizona, but Kevin O'Neal woke them up at halftime.
Suddenly a 6-point ball game. Mark Turgeon told us his team from time to time has struggled shooting, and they're certainly doing that right now. A lot of that has to do with the Arizona defense.
The other thing that Mark said, he kind of wondered how his team would react to the crowd, and the crowd is definitely in it right now.
Arizona, Texas A&M also going in the direction of the student section. That's a tough shot that Rowland gets to go.
Boy, that quiets the crowd. Under duress, and that was a fade away from the corner. Make it a foul here.
Yeah, takedown. Won't be a shooting situation.
Well, we know that Derek Rowland is a fine defender in Buninger. You can see him moving and got the hand in the way, but that was just a terrific individual effort to knock that one down.
Davis will leave, having picked up his 3rd personal foul. You can see the numbers from the field here in the second half. A&M 1 of 6, Arizona 2 of 3. Both by Bayless. Budinger for 3. And don't look now. 6-point ball game. Budinger's first hoop in a long time. Kirk outside will try to settle things down now. Grillmeyer doing a nice job on Jones, playing him without the ball. And they're going to get a hand check on Grillmeyer. A little bit too nice, I guess. We'll jump off the track. 15:42 remaining to be played here in the first half. It's a 43-37 ball game, and we're coming back.
Today we're here to see who can do the fastest online auto insurance quote, the General or one of those other guys. Gentlemen, log on. And the winner is the General. Just look at that low down payment. If you want a super speedy auto insurance quote without entering your personal information, log on to thegeneral.com right now.
All you do is point and click. For the best car insurance rates in town, call 877-GENERAL now.
Every night, there's just one place to be. The best damn sports show, period. Come on in and be our guest for Sports Television's nightly party. The world's greatest late-night sports show is just getting started. The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights on Comcast Sportsnet.
In the days after Christmas, there's hard-hitting action. Heads on a swivel and elbows up going into the corners. None of the gift return lines. We're talking about the 2007 Chicago Blackhawk Charities Holiday Hockey Classic, presented by Coca-Cola and supported by Comcast Sportsnet and Athletico. The best high school teams from the Midwest compete from December 26th through the 29th. Tickets available at the Edge in Bensenville, or for more information, call 312-455-7000. All proceeds from the Holiday Hockey Classic support Chicago Blackhawk Charities.
McDonald's Sports Rise every morning only on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
15:42 left. It's a 6-point lead for the Aggies now. How did they get Budinger that shot?
Well, look at Budinger. He's right here. Watch. They screen for him once. They screen for him twice. And he comes all the way around for the shot. Look how many screens they make on him. All right, here's the ball. There's one screen coming in. Here's 2 screens. Now, look at the 3rd screen. They finally get here, and then Budinger delivers, and that is a planned formation for Arizona. You saw him do it with Bayless. Now they come out and do it with Budinger. 8 points, his first score in quite a while.
Bounce pass comes in and converted that time easily by Carter. Carter hadn't had too many touches here in the second half, and they just kind of let him go. Carter's got 9 in the ball game. Bayless now with Rowland in his pocket behind a Brillmeyer screen. Now McClellan, he's been very quiet tonight. Hill down low, jump up short from a foul.
That's a foul that DeAndre Jordan has to stay away. All he has to do is extend, play good position, because Hill is fading away from the goal. He's not going toward the basket. In that case, just play good position. If he makes it, pat him on the back, but you don't want to foul him.
It's Jordan's 3rd personal foul. Hill reversed the free throw.
Fouls are mounting for the Aggies.
Jordan will come out of the ball game now. And Ilanu.
Yeah, Ilano's going to be a major player in this game before it's over because a lot of the bigs for the Aggies are getting in foul trouble.
And I would have to think the Cats will continue to challenge them.
I don't think there's any question. We know that if there's an advantage, if there's a free throw shooting contest, you would think Arizona's going to win it because Texas A&M only shooting about 60% as a team, and the Wildcats are 75.
There's Carter outside. There's McClellan out with him.
That's a great screen by Ilano. And what help by Brielmeyer? Was he heads up or what? He came from all the way to the other side of the floor and read the play and got the interception.
Yeah, really well played. Here's Bayless all the way, tried to put it up and did draw the foul. And on another big guy, he got the foul, I'm certain, on Ilano.
Bayless should go over and give Brielmeyer a little tap because he's the one that made the play at the other end. Now, look at Brielmeyer. He comes all the way from the weak side to help out, does a fine job to get in. You know what that's called? Having vision on the ball and vision on your man and understanding what you're doing defensively.
Well, they call that foul on Rowland, not on Ilano. They got Rowland from behind. It's his second. Bayless converts the free throw to get it back to a 6-point margin once again. Bayless converts it. He's now got 20 points in the ball game. And we got a long way to go. This is Rowland, guarded by Buttinger. Carter draws a crowd every time he gets a touch. They'll give Jones that shot. Even though he knocks it down, I'm quite sure they'd be very content to let Jones take that every time. Bayless, the other end. He's got another one. He's on fire.
One guy that you'd better find if you're Texas A&M is Bayless. And that time he was uncontested coming down the floor. You've got to introduce yourself to him and get him in a hurry.
That is a career high for Bayless.
And there's Brielmeyer again. I mean, Brielmeyer is just like swatting the ball, making defense. He's just keeping Arizona in the game at the defensive end.
Going to get a reach-in foul. I think they're going to get this on Rowland also.
You talk about role players, Barry, and Brett Brielmeyer is a terrific example. Here's a guy, he doesn't have dynamic talent. He just understands how to play. He's a hard worker. He's made himself a good player. He can score now around the basket. He's a student of the game, and he's almost like having a coach on the floor.
Yeah, he came
here. How do you like Chase Buttinger? I mean, it's a 2-point game. Wasn't this an 18-point deficit for Arizona? Well, the crowd's in it now.
Well, this was a good old-fashioned whooping, and there was no telling when Texas A&M was going to get off the gas. Well, I don't know if it's so much that they've gotten off the gas. I just think Arizona has just taken away from them in the second half.
All right, here's Buttinger. We're going to watch him now. We're going to run through the motion. Here's Buttinger. They're going to screen. Look at this. Look at that double screen for Buttinger, and he goes ahead and drops it in. Was that well done by Arizona? It doesn't need much room, does he?
Well, the Aggies had a 20-point lead at one point, 32-12, and right now it is a 2-point ball game. The crowd here at the McHale Center to the number on its feet. Tonight, be there live for the first show that breaks down the new BCS standings, the official BCS rating show, exclusively on FSN. Find out who's earned a spot in the BCS Bowl games, the official BCS rating show tonight at 10:30, only on FSN. A 33-15 run since the 6:20 mark of the first half. And now Texas A&M is going to have to do something to silence this crowd and get things turned around again. Going to get Brielmeyer on this foul. Started to say Brielmeyer just a walk-on when he first came here. Became a project of Lute Olson's. Just picked up his 3rd foul. Was rewarded with a scholarship. Lute Olson, of course, watching along with you at home, and let me correct myself, was his 2nd foul on Brielmeyer, not the 3rd foul. And I'm sure Lute is very proud of his charge because this is a guy that, as you said, just when it comes to inherent skills, probably not in the top 6 or 7 at Arizona.
But he has worked hard to make himself a player. And he is a force defensively. Now Walters coming in there trying to defend on the interior on Elanu, and Walters now is going to be a pivotal guy for Arizona to try to rebound the ball.
He's playing
that may have been a travel.
He's playing with 3 fouls also. The crowd wants a travel. 10 on the shot clock. Jones in traffic, too hard off the window, and the rebound fought for, and we're going to get a push against the Aggies.
One noticeable difference in the second half, Barry, is the tempo of the game has really slowed, and now it's got really be a half-court situation, and they're going to get a foul. That's a tough foul. You're going for the ball, 2 guys on the ground. Jones picks up the foul, his 3rd, and he's going to get a little bit of a rest.
He's not a real happy guy right now.
He's a tenacious, hard-working player.
So Davis will come back for Jones. A very critical point in this ballgame now. Just under 13 minutes remaining to be played, and Zona can either take the lead or tie the game right here. McClellan has been very quiet tonight. He's only taken 2 shots. That's his 3rd. Zona leads.
What a confidence boost that's going to be for Juwan McClellan. We have seen him for a number of years as a guy that can emerge and give this team a big lift. I mean, it's almost inexplicable why he hasn't scored more than he has.
Rowland misses a long 3. Greenmeyer knocks it off of Elanu. Arizona ball. Arizona's first lead since they led it 2 minutes into the game, 5-2. Look at McClellan.
And Barry, he's a very active, good shooter that's athletic, that can get up in the air and make shots, and he needed that hoop.
Prior to that shot, McClellan was 0 for 2 and no points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Budinger is open for 3. Listen to the crowd here.
I think another timeout by Texas A&M. How do you like Arizona? You didn't like them much the first half, but if you're an Arizona fan, you're kind of back in it, aren't you?
6 of 9 from 3-point range for the Wildcats, and they lead it by 4. Who'd have thunk it? An 11-0 run. Just bumped off the man, got behind a screen, knocked it in the bottom. What a comeback. You know, and this is more about what Arizona is doing than what Texas A&M is not doing. Just 7 points for the Aggies here in the second half.
Well, you look at that graphic here, 23-7 in the second half. And Arizona came right out the second half, and they turned up that beat. Well, we thought that was one of the things they had to do, and they didn't do it in the first half, but their defense, especially Greenmeyer, his ability to intercept the ball, to start the break, to be a catalyst, to give this team a lift. And then, of course, the killer bees, Bayless and Budinger, have taken over after that.
Yeah, they got 37 of the 51 Arizona points. Big possession right here for the Aggies. All the way to the basket, Jones, and 1. And that's exactly the answer that the Aggies needed. Jones with 12 points. He'll go to the free throw line to try to add the 13th. 51-49, Arizona.
It's Ford's year-end celebration, our biggest event, with the best offers of the year on Taurus, rated the safest full-size car in America, now with Sync, powered by Microsoft.
Play, track, move along.
It's in-car technology that lets you voice-activate your MP3 player, Bluetooth-enabled phone, and much more. Plus, get up to 28 miles per gallon. Lease a Taurus for just $229 a month, plus get $750 owner loyalty cash only during Ford's year-end celebration. Have you driven a Ford lately?
K&G wants you to look your best this holiday season. So right now, you'll find select men's suits, 2 for just $150, and select designer label suits, 2 for just $300. Celebrate in style with K&G. K&G Fashion Superstore. For men, for women, for less.
Tonight, Kurt Heinrich leads the way for the Bulls as they take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks in high definition. Coverage starts with Bulls Pregame Live, presented by the AT&T Real Yellow Pages. Bulls Mavericks tonight at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Arizona leads Texas A&M by 2, 51-49, 11-56, an eternity left to go in this ball game. I think there's a little history here. All you have to do is look up in the ceilings. They won the national championship under Lute Olson in 1997. They've been all around the Final Four almost every year, it seems. Jones trying to convert a three-point play, and he does. Walters, incidentally, in that last series, picked up his 4th personal foul, so he's on the bench.
20 consecutive years of 20 wins or more.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And Lutz won 20 or more 29 times. How about Buttinger? He's going to do it again. He couldn't get that one in.
A little bit short. Hill got a hand on the rebound, couldn't control it. Here comes Sloan for the Aggies. Carter, they will definitely jump out and guard Carter. They've done a pretty nice job since the early moments of this game on him. There he is again. Got Buttinger in the air that time. Couldn't score though. And Buttinger with the rebound.
Yeah, Carter has to continue to look at the goal. Made some shots in the first half, and Arizona more conscious of it. And that may be a shooting situation. 7th, it will be if it's a 17 foul on Texas A&M, which it is, and it's going to get Arizona to the line. Long way to go. I mean, you've got 11 minutes to play in Arizona already in the 1-on-1.
Wise going to come back into the Arizona lineup. There's the good-looking Nick.
When you look at Texas A&M, they got a bevy of players, Barry, that are in foul trouble. I mean, Jones with 3, Jordan with 3, Davis with 3. They got all kinds of guys, and they're bigs that are in foul trouble.
Jordan has not had very many minutes. One of the things that Mark Turgeon mentioned is he kind of gets down on himself when he gets in foul trouble, and he is in that situation right now. And he's only made really what amounts to cameo appearances here. Not a bad line for Bayless, though.
One thing, Mark Turgeon, he's got a bit of a luxury with Jordan. Jordan's going to learn from guys like Jones, and he's going to learn from guys like Davis, and he has to understand the game. I mean, now you've moved up a huge level, and we know that he has a ton of talent, and he will be awfully good come Big 12 play. And he's just still learning the game.
No question about that. Fall away that time by Davis.
Yeah, Davis is not learning the game.
No, he's learning.
Davis understands the game.
Davis has 8 in the ball game. Bayless again. And Buttinger over the top for the rebound and the putback. Tough shot. Well, you can see the ups that Buttinger has. He's an elite volleyball player.
Well, wasn't he like in high school the #1
best in America?
Best in America.
Yeah.
In volleyball.
So you know he can jump. That's a tough shot, but drilled by Carter. Shows you what I know about shooting.
Well, Carter has made a few silencers here in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Carter, and he's a guy that's made some tough shots.
It's his second 3. Had one early in the ball game. He's 2 of 6. Brillmeyer now back to Nick Wise up top. Wise guarded by Kirk. Buttinger comes off a curl, leans in with the right hand, too hard. Rebound of Brillmeyer.
Well, you didn't see that in the first half. It was one and done for Arizona. They just could not get an offensive rebound and any second shot attempts, but the game has turned here in the second half.
Jones wants a foul. Jones getting very frustrated. They post Buttinger up, and he's picked clean. Kirk comes away with a 2-on-1. The lob for Davis. Couldn't finish. And here comes Arizona 3-on-2. Wise in the middle. Hill on the wing. This is Hill. Offensive foul on Wise.
Wise has a tendency to over-penetrate. You've got a 3-on-2. Here's the missed dunk, and I thought a good pass. A little bit of contact, everybody to the floor. And Wise here, if he stops, like at the foul line, then he's got options. And look at his left arm. He pushed off a little bit, and that's a good defensive play by Carter to get in there and draw the foul.
Tied at 55. 9:25 remaining to be played in the game. So they're starting over right here. Kirk with Wise in his pocket. Now Carter, guarded by McHale. Jamel Horn is back in the ball game. The freshman for Arizona. He picked up 2 quick fouls in his first appearance. Turnaround Davis off the baseline, and it won't go. He had a very good look. And we're going to get a foul underneath, and they're going to call Jones on this.
If it's Jones, I believe this is 4 on Jones. Jones is not going to be happy. Jones does not think he fouled in that situation, but the referee didn't see it that way. So he's going to have to come out.
And that will bring DeAndre Jordan back into the ballgame. As we said, Jordan has been something of only making part-time appearances here. Yeah, there was a takedown by Jones.
It looks like he may have pushed off a little bit. Mark Turgeon not happy. Well, it's getting physical. The game all of a sudden has gotten rough in the second half, and every rebound is in traffic. So that's the 4th foul on Joseph Jones.
Jamel Horn at the free throw line misses the free throw, and it's yanked down by Davis. So now it's Davis and Jordan, the big man for Texas A&M. This is Sloan. Sloan lost Bayless for a moment. Now Carter blows by McClellan and jams.
What happened when you give up the baseline, you don't get any help.
Carter with 14 and a timeout.
Yeah, and Carter, we know that Carter is a magnificent perimeter guy. So, you know, he sets for that long J, and you jump at him, and he just puts it on the ground, and he's lightning going to the goal.
Take a look at this.
Right here, see, McClellan kind of goes for the fake, and then all of a sudden, everybody goes sleep. No weak side, no help, and you let him have the baseline, sometimes you don't have an opportunity to help.
Good finish that time, and the Aggie bench reacts. It's a 57-55 game as the Aggies take the lead once more. It's been an outstanding game. I'll tell you, this whole series, now you and I have seen 3 games over the last 3 nights. One game's been better than the next. Missouri and California last night. The Bears came back from a double-digit deficit, much as Arizona has done here. But right now they trail Texas A&M by a deuce. And we're not going to end here. No, we're going out to Pauley Pavilion in Westwood. Number 8 and number 2, UCLA and Texas. 2 great teams, 2 teams who you know are going to be there come March. Wise looked for the entry pass, couldn't get it. Now Bayless dropping down for Hill, one-on-one with Jordan. Hill over Jordan, rejected, but goaltending.
Well, you could see the plan coming out of the timeout. They want to try to get the ball. That's an easy call, as Davis came from the weak side. An obvious goaltend. Not sure that one was even going to be close to going in. And I think Arizona doing the right thing. They have A&M in foul jeopardy, and they certainly want to try to put the ball inside and continue to try to punish it.
Well, here's Davis inside. Lost the handle. Great help by Wise. 2-on-1 if he hustles. Here's Wise, leaves for McClellan. Open 3. A little short. And it's going to be out of bounds to Texas A&M.
Better decision, though, that time by Nick Wise. You learned the last time he made that player control foul. This time he backed it out and was under control and made a good pass to the wing. Oh, look at Sloan powering into the basket.
Yeah, I'm going to get a foul on Wise, I think. And we'll take a timeout as well. 7:58 left. 57 Aggies, 57 Cats. We're coming back.
You've seen him judge the stylings of players on Bears Postgame Live. Now it's your turn to impress. Presenting the Jerry's Best Dress Vacation Sweepstakes. It's time to beat the winter blues and show Jerry Azuma you're the best dressed vacationer. To enter, send a picture of yourself in your best vacation wear. The winner will qualify to win a vacation for 2 to the beautiful Rio Vallarta and Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, courtesy of Apple Vacations. For more details on how to enter, log on to ComcastSportsNet.com right now.
Looking for an exciting career in construction, the nation's second-largest industry? There's a place for you. Westwood College. Look to the fast-growing field of construction management. Before you know it, you could be taking on the challenges of running the construction site through project management, estimating, and scheduling. If you like leading the team and overseeing big projects, this is the career for you. Don't wait. Call today for a free career success kit and learn how Westwood College can help you kickstart your career in a high-demand industry employing close to 7 million workers. At Westwood College, you get hands-on training from industry experts, and you could have a bachelor's degree and be on your way up the management ladder in just 36 months, helping to oversee projects like these. The national average salary for experienced construction managers is over $81,000 a year. Westwood College is a place where you can succeed. Don't wait. Call today and get Westwood's free career success kit, including salary information. Call right now. Our phones are open 24 hours every day. Call 1-800-793-0702 now.
Hi, I'd like to apply for a home equity loan.
Well, I'm all ears. What's your name?
Rob Lee.
All right, Bill, can I call you Willie? Emma, how about a cup of coffee for Frank here?
Rob.
I heard that. You married Ernesto?
No.
Little something for the missus.
Here's your milkshake, Kenny.
Rob.
Uh-huh.
Other banks aren't always personal.
I need you here, Teddy.
U.S. Bank home equity loans are designed for you. Flexible terms, no closing costs, and a great rate. Apply online, in branch, or over the phone. U.S. Bank, 5-star service guaranteed. How many stars does your bank have?
Bye, Murray.
Rob. Well, there's the whole story of this game. Tied at 57, just under 8 minutes remaining to be played here at the McHale Center. Another outstanding game, two very good basketball teams.
Well, as advertised, Barry, in this game, both of these teams have played sensational basketball. It was all A&M in the first half, but you saw the Wildcats come back and turn up the defense, and Chase Buttinger and Jared Bayless really got it going. I mean, they're the killer bees for this team. I mean, they normally get about 50 to 60 points between them, and they haven't disappointed this afternoon.
Not at all. You could see the shooting numbers, and it just kind of flip-flopped first half to second half. Inbounds pass to Davis. Davis guarded by Horn. Now Sloan. Bayless on the bench. I suspect it won't be a long stay for him. This is Wilder drives on Buttinger. Buttinger cut him off nicely. Now Sloan gets in the lane, picked from behind by McClellan, and somehow up and in, and I'm not even sure who made that. I think it was Davis, but I'm not certain.
It was Davis. It was Brian Davis, who was opportunistic in the right place. He does all the little things that help you win games.
Here's Buttinger, comes baseline, leaves for Horn. Horn in the air too hard, and Hill chases it down, tries to save, can't do it, and it's going to be the Aggies' ball. Watch the play by Davis here at the other end.
Well, he starts at the foul line, and he's just working and working. He's got that rebounder mentality, and he says, look, I'm just going to go get it off the glass. Oh, look what I found. And had great hands that time and reaction just to pick it up and drop it in.
Well, you can't say enough about the bigs of Texas A&M. Here's Davis again to the basket. Too hard. Follow, miss. On the jam by Jordan, and it's going to be Arizona ball.
And that's something Jordan will learn. He's got the ball in pretty good position to make a tough dunk. If he comes down with it, look if Jordan would only come down with it. Well, you know what? Go ahead, try to dunk it. He just missed it. I mean, he was in a great position to go ahead and finalize it and drop it down. He just missed it.
So a 2-point lead for the Aggies, and Zona with the ball. Buttinger pump fake, 3-point try. Misses off the front rim, and it's chased down this time by Kirk. Kirk has been quiet today, but still the quarterback of this team. Forced that shot up, it's no good. This is still bouncing off hands. Davis saves it. Jump ball, and I think we're going to get Kirk from behind. That's a tough foul.
I think Mark Turgeon agrees with you.
Yeah,
although there was definitely a little bit of contact, and you get the ball up in the air, and bodies are going to be flying, trying to go after it, and Hill will get to the foul line. It's not yet a double bonus. That was the 9th team foul of the half for Texas A&M.
Buttinger will sit down now as Bayless comes back. And that'll be 12 out of 15 in the free throw line today for Arizona. And A&M, which came in here at only 60% as a team, they're 7 of 8 today, so good free throw shooting.
And Jordan has made one.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I mean, that was positive.
Absolutely positive. Hill rattles that one in. And we are tied once again.
This is a great situation for A&M. This is a team that's 7-0, win the preseason NIT, on the road in a hostile environment, holding their own, trying to go ahead and play a very solid last 6 minutes and get out of Dodge with a win.
They call that foul on Hill away from the ball. That'll be his 3rd personal foul.
Now Jordan, who made, to my record, he made a free throw earlier, which makes him 5 of 25 now for the year, but 1 of 1 in this game.
He's perfect.
You know what,
like
Barry?
That.
Who said he was 4 of 24 going into this game?
Absolutely.
Well, Mark Turgeon said, you watch him and look at his release, and you tell me if he's the 17% free throw shooter. He does have a fairly nice release. I mean, he got a little left-handed motion, got backspin on the ball. Oh, look at that. That one didn't go in. Well, you know what? You take 2 out of 3 from a guy shooting 17% coming in.
Absolutely. Gives his team the lead by a point.
Mindset, attack low, inside to out if you're the Cats.
Bayless puts it on the floor, comes baseline, leaves for Hill. A little hard off the back rim. Kirk with the rebound. The Aggies a chance to extend. Drop that down for Jordan. Jordan around Bremeyer. Too soft off the window. Wise the rebound. There's Wise the penetration. McClellan in rhythm for three.
McClellan has made some big shots for Arizona.
I'll say.
I mean, that was a fadeaway. In fact, after he made it, I think he turned around and shook the hands of his teammates. He was that close to the bench.
So once again, Arizona leads by 2. This is Kirk coming around the screen. Kirk baseline, puts it up too hard. McClellan the rebound.
Might have numbers, and look out for Bayless. If you can find it, no, you're going to get another charge. You're going to get it? No. Oh, no charge.
Boy,
they're going to call a block. Should have gone either way.
Yeah, even Wise feels like he dodged a bullet there. And Rowland is appealing here.
All right, let's watch for the position.
I thought he had it.
Well, you know one thing, that Wise did a pretty good job of veering to his left and not going directly into the defender. Kevin O'Neill said, okay, not a bad play, but next time you go up and bring it out, slow down a little bit.
Not a bad play, just don't do it again. Chance now for the biggest lead of the day for the Cats.
Well, we talked about tempo in this game. Inside power game by A&M. A little bit of transition by Arizona. It's been more transition in the second half by the Cats, and it's paid off.
You know, and just to go back to the last charge, Jones draws a crowd. Gets it back for Sloan. I did think he leaned into him. I thought Vernon Harris had the right call when I saw the replay.
Now, if you're Arizona, change your thought. You may want to back it out, dictate tempo, unless Bayless is. Oh, look at Bayless. Wow. This guy, Jared, I can do it all, Bayless. What a play he made.
Big time play and a big time finish by Hill. Hill's got 11 points. He can thank Bayless for those 2.
Well, the fans here are really being treated to an exceptional game.
Yes.
I mean, they weren't into it the first half. They thought, well, what are we looking at? Well, you're watching
Carter, and that's a guy who can just drill that shot. And that will quiet these fans for at least a moment.
So again, do you start Bayless down low, run him through a couple of screens? Well, now he's just going to take the ball at the top. You know Breelmeyer's going to give it up. He's going to find someone.
Leaves it for Wise. Wise, dangerous pass from McClellan. McClellan comes off the curl and picks up a foul on Jones, and that's going to be his 5th, I believe. We'll take a timeout. 3:44 remaining. What a give by Bayless and the flush by Hill. We're coming back.
As the number of overweight children in the U.S. tripled over the last 40 years, and with 70% of these children at risk to become obese as adults, developing a healthy lifestyle at a young age is extremely important. The Chicago Bulls are doing their part to combat obesity in Chicago's youth by creating the Energize a Bulls fitness program. This innovative program promotes healthy nutritional habits and fitness exercises through Hop Sports, a unique interactive multimedia platform. For more information and to join the Bulls in this fight, please call 312-455-4000.
Cats lead it by 3:44 remaining. Jones on that last foul has fouled out of the ball game. Budinger will prepare to come back into the Arizona lineup, so I'm sure Kevin O'Neill will go the rest of the way with both Bayless and Budinger. They have 40 of Arizona's 66 and have been responsible for a lot of the other ones as well.
And one final thought, Barry, on Joseph Jones from Norman G, Texas. He's a young man, I think, that played an exceptional game. He fouled out, gave everything he had. 13 points, he had 4 rebounds, you know, a number of deflections, and really the guy that makes this Texas A&M team go. And I know he's disappointed fouling out, but this is one terrific basketball player, and certainly, I'm sure will come on big for the remainder of the year.
So McClellan will go to the free throw line to try to increase this Arizona lead, and he is short. Now Budinger will come back, and Brillmeyer will leave. And Brillmeyer doing what he always does, and that is be a complimentary player. Former football linebacker and threw the discus on the track team. Basketball was just an also sport. 1 out of 2 for McClellan, and a 4-point lead. And the crowd very much a part of things here. Sloan, little crossover, blew by Budinger, hammered by Bayless.
Yeah, Bayless had time to try to get over there and get his position, got a little emotional and tried to go for a block. And this is a time that you want to try to establish position and not try to go up there and block the shot. And Donald Sloan's going to get to the foul line.
Sloan, good free throw shooter. First time at the line today. He missed.
Donald Sloan, a high school teammate of LaMarcus Aldridge. He was a sophomore when Aldridge was a senior.
And his own teammate, Derek Rowland, also on the team at Seagoville.
Yeah, I would imagine they won a few games that year.
Probably a pretty good team. I don't care if they didn't have any size. Sloan 1 of 2, 3-point game.
Well, I think probably LaMarcus took care of a few rebounds.
Might have.
Yeah. And block shots and everything else. Well, now you know at Arizona, you're going to try to feature Budinger and Bayless. Put those two guys on the same side of the floor and let them work.
That's Bayless from, or rather Budinger from Bayless. 5-point game.
Still plenty of time. Keep cool. If you're Texas A&M, continue to run your motion.
Sloan cut off. Did well to get that ball to Davis. Arizona's really picked up.
Yeah, they have. Second half, their defense been exceptional. Still a lot of time. You don't have to get panic here. Now the shot clock running, they're going to get a charge. Well, that was Bayless is not only doing it at the offensive end, but I think he really loved the fact that he was able to get in position and draw the charge. Nothing makes you happier as a player who's a great offensive player to say, you know what, I play defense too.
He's got 24 points. He's got 6 assists. And a number of outstanding defensive plays. It's a freshman, folks.
Yeah, and Kirk definitely pushed off with the offhand.
There's Budinger, drops it down for Hill, and he's grabbed before the shot. And that's not a bad grab, actually, by Kirk.
It's a strategically very good grab by Kirk because Budinger read it, and Hill was going to turn that into a dunk.
4th foul on Dominique Kirk. Dominique's parents are on hand here in Tucson. His mom Penny, his dad Edward, they're in the stands.
We were talking to Chase Budinger's parents, and his mother Mara was going, you know, I really hope they win because we want to go out to dinner, and Chase, we want him in a good mood. He eats more.
Exactly.
You know, like a mother, he eats more when he wins. He doesn't eat a lot when he loses.
Well, Hill quietly has 13 points in the ball game. Now Sloan. Sloan floats it up. He'll go to the line. I think they'll get Hill on this foul. Arizona, though, on a 12-4 run over the last 3 minutes, 30 seconds. They've extended the lead to 7. The clock is now their ally with 2:19 remaining. Although the Aggies can chip away at it without the clock running right here. Hill picks up his 4th personal foul. I'm sure Kevin O'Neill will leave him out there.
Well, and Sloan, you know, this team shoots 60% as a team, but Sloan's an 81% free throw shooter.
Right.
So now you get these two down, and you're inside the 6. You get it to 5. You turn it up defensively. You hope you get a turnover. An eternity to go in the game. You couldn't quite get that one down. Still 2 possessions.
Well, I'm going to say it is Arizona ball. Thought maybe they're going to give that to the Aggies.
And I think the Aggies are going to have to look now to pick up full court. No needless fouls if you're Texas A&M. But harassing now is important and see if you can force a turnover.
Wise easily gets across the timeline. He's got Kirk guarding him. They'll try to utilize the clock here, I'm quite sure. Here's Bayless, he'll back it out. Bayless penetrates, drives, leaves in the corner this time for Wise. Wise will bring it back up top. 13 on the shot clock. Now Budinger.
It's in the right hands.
Sure is. Budinger fall away, a little short. I don't think it hit anything.
No, it didn't.
Here comes Sloan. Sloan finds Kirk, and Kirk has it go off his foot and out of bounds. So it's going from bad to worse for the Aggies right now. That's their 14th turnover.
Yeah, clearly Nick Wise, with the weight drop of last year, I think it's helped him more defensively than offensively. I mean, he just moved his feet and was very disruptive on that sequence to cause the turnover.
Well, you just can't say enough about the Wildcats. I mean, they were dead and buried in this game. Down 20 points midway through the first half. In fact, past the midway point of the first half. And they have not only come back, they have a 7-point lead, or 6-point lead, I beg your pardon, with 1 minute and 39 seconds remaining to be played. They played an outstanding second half.
What's coming up next,
Well,
Barry?
I'll tell you what. We're going to leave Tucson, and we're going to take you over to Los Angeles, the Pauley Pavilion, where 8th-ranked Texas will try to do a little something-something against number 2 UCLA. That should be an up-and-down game,
wow.
I think.
That's going to be a tremendous game. I mean, you look at two teams there. I mean, those are two teams that can go a long way in the NCAA tournament. The great guards of DJ Augustine and A.J. Abrams, and of course Darren Collison back, and Kevin Love and Schiff. It's going to be an outstanding game coming up right after this.
Well, you saw the game reset. Each team with 1 timeout remaining. Arizona already in the double bonus, and Texas A&M will be with the next foul.
I think this sequence right here defensively for the Aggies, they need to stop.
They're trying to trap Wise.
No foul. We'll almost get a turnover. And I think if you're Arizona, be very selective. Bring it back out, and it's Bayless or Budinger. No one else. Unless it's a dunk, you know, on a broken play. No one else should really shoot it.
Anybody whose name that starts with a B.
B is good.
Not you, Brielmeyer. He's on the bench. Foul's going to be called on Davis. Away from the ball. It'll put Jawan McClellan at the free throw line. 4th foul on Davis. That was well played by McClellan. He just gotten away, basically.
Held position.
He's got to put Budinger at the free throw line. And you can see Budinger, 91% shooter. He missed one today, actually. And he missed 2. There's Mom and Dad. Come on.
Yeah, Mom and Dad. Does that work? Well, we'll find out.
I think it does.
Fingers crossed. We're gonna. He's going. Come on, Chase.
Now he gets dessert. .112 remaining. End-to-end Sloan. He'll draw the foul. Got Bayless reaching in.
Smart move by A&M. That's exactly what they want. If they can't score it, stop the clock, slow everybody down. You can set your defense, but you have to take advantage at the line. They'll afford to get there and miss free throws late.
Well, this is the guy they want there. As you see, 81% shooter. Just 2 of 4 today, though, and they can't get that one. He's shooting right into the Arizona student section, which in itself is not easy. There's a guy who's just plain angry. And Sloan misses them both, and that is very unusual. There's Bayless, leaves it this time for McClellan. Now back up top to Wise.
Well, if you're Arizona, run the whole 45. I think you got a foul now. If you're A&M, A&M's got to get to him. And I think if you're Texas A&M, I think the mindset of Mark Turgeon is you don't really want to foul Bayless nor Budinger. If you're going to go ahead and foul somebody else and hope at least that they're only going to make 1 of 2.
So they foul Nick Wise. Wise at the free throw line this year, just 5 of 8. But he pours that one in.
Well, we know that A&M has a lot of guys from Texas, and you got to remember that Wise is a guy that was an outstanding high school player in the state of Texas.
Came out of Kingwood, Texas. And as you said earlier, he rebuilt his body in the offseason.
Jawan McClellan, also from the state of Texas, and Fendi Audubon. Fendi may start playing soon.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He's had some bone spurs, and he hasn't played it. Fendi should be back in a couple of weeks. I'd back it out right now.
Reaching foul first on Kurt. That may be the 5th on Kurt.
Well, this was a barometer test for Texas A&M. I thought they got out of the blocks exceptionally well. And Mark Turgeon said, you know, how are we going to handle the crowd if they really get into it? Well, they got into it the second half. And this team, you know, they're going to learn from this. That's why this series is so good. I mean, look at the two teams playing here this afternoon. These are two teams that could go a long way in the NCAA tournament.
Fern Harris just did a really neat thing. There's a new rule now this year that if a coach walks out on the court, he is immediately teed.
Well, you got to stay in the coaching box.
Yeah, in the coaching box. And Kevin O'Neill would come all the way out onto the playing surface, and Fern Harris just went over, kind of took him by the chest and just kind of moved him back and then smiled. I'll tell you what, these guys don't have a lot of reason to hang their head.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
This is going to be a good basketball team. Didn't all go their way today, but they're going to be heard from, and they're going to get better.
Barry, how many teams go into national championship this year?
20.
20, 30, you know, 25 teams. I wouldn't have said that last year. But it wouldn't shock me if you see Texas A&M in the Final Four. Davidson's my sleeper team. Remember that.
I like that. They played both Duke and Carolina very close. Rolling for 3, nope. And Davis gets it off of McClellan's hands. Davis knocking people everywhere, missed a shot. Loose ball, finally picked up by Bayless, and a foul from behind.
Well, this is going to go right in the column of a terrific comeback win for the Arizona Wildcats. They've lost some tough games this year. Virginia came here and beat them by 3, and of course, they lose in overtime at Kansas. But you got to think now that with this win, you project Arizona right into the top 25. I mean, they're not in, but you would have to think after this win, they should be in.
17-5 run down the stretch, making 18-5. Now, you know, people are going to look at the score of this game and say, oh, well, it must have been easy for Arizona. Not so. Bayless perfect at the line, 10 of 10. He's got 28 points.
And Barry, the real catalyst in the second half. I thought Jared Bayless took the game over. No timeout.
Little runner by Rowland.
Oh, look at Wise. I mean, he's much quicker handler, and I think they're going to let it go. Terrific college basketball game here this afternoon.
Absolutely, and a great come-from-behind win for the Arizona Wildcats. They trailed by 20, and they will walk away with a 78-67 victory over Texas A&M. These are two good basketball teams, two teams that I am certain that you will see as we move toward March. A final from here in Tucson, Arizona. 20 back at one time, comes back to win it by 11, 78-67. Coming up next, the Big 12 Pac-10 Hardwood Series continues. It'll be Texas and UCLA. For my partner, Dan Boamani, I'm Barry Tompkins. So long, everybody.
At El Pamani Ford, we're having a great used car inventory reduction sale this month where we're giving 10, 20, and 30% off of book value. For an example, you can get this 05 Blazer 4x4 for $75.49 only at El Pamani Ford in Melrose Park.
Every Wednesday and Thursday, tune into Bears Blitz on Comcast Sportsnet. Get all the latest news, press conferences, and interviews surrounding your NFC champs. You don't want to miss Bears Blitz every Wednesday and Thursday at 4:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Call 877 General now.
Hi, I gotta talk to the General right away.
The General speaking?
Yeah, I need to get auto insurance now.
No problem. We can give you a quote right now over the phone. And a low down payment.
That's great.
You can also go online and get an instant ID card.
Who are you talking to?
The General.
For the best car insurance rates in town, call 877 General now.
Save up to 80%. The Jewelry Exchange imports diamonds direct. We have thousands guaranteed the lowest price. 1 carat top white studs are $6.99. 1 carat solitaires are $5.99, $9.90, and $15.90. 2 carat solitaires and 2 carat studs are $19.90 and certified ISI quality $2,900.
The lowest prices anywhere.
We have large sizes and GIA excellent makes. Plus, we set while you watch.
I was in and out the door in minutes.
By Factory Direct, the Jewelry Exchange in Villa Park.
Every night, only one show brings you closer to the teams that matter most. Sports Night on Comcast Sportsnet. Highlights, breaking news, interviews, and more time to tell in-depth stories. Sports Night presented by AT&T Real Yellow Pages. Every night on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Sit, watch.
I'm El Pamani at El Pamani Nissan. When you ask, we listen.
If you're asking for an 07 Nissan Altima for $15,995 or an 07 Nissan Murano for $19,995, we hear you.
Only at El Pamani Nissan, North Avenue in Manheim.
Tonight, the exciting finale to the Big 12 Pac-10 Hardwood Series. The 8th-ranked Texas Longhorns take on the number 2-ranked UCLA Bruins. Don't worry about Texas in the post-Durant era. Longhorn fans are happy with the play they're getting from quick-handed A.J. Abrams and the slashing speed of DJ.
Become serious offensive threats when necessary.
Welcome to Pauley Pavilion. Ted Robinson, Marcus Johnson, Michael Eaves. This is the main event. And this is got a great build-up to it. You've got Texas that wants to go up and down and shoot it, and you've got UCLA with their lockdown defense.
Great lockdown defense, but Texas is going to have to deal with something else. Got to deal with the big fella inside for UCLA. Just a tremendously gifted athlete in Kevin Love. Lake Oswego, Oregon, just a freshman, 6'10", 271-pound space eater. Now, he came into college, I'm saying, Ted, if he averages 15 and 8 rebounds, he's had a great